start the recording. I'm going to go ahead and ask y'all to. I'm going to ask the players to go ahead and leave, and we're going to get started on commentary. All right, cool. They have left. Hello, if you are tuning into the recording, my name is Squawk. I am joined by a good friend of mine. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Bias. Or Reticent Bias. Been on here for a while. Happy to be here.
Awesome, sweet deal. We are both doing commentary today for the Slavic Showdown. Now, what is the Slavic Showdown? This is a Stellaris exhibition in which two of our most talented players here in the server, the Expendable One, aka TEO, and Bleflar, aka Blef, are going to be competing for a prize of $100 in Steam gift cards. I am very excited for this. I've been looking forward to this. There should be a lot of very interesting things to go into. Let's just go ahead and get started and let's move. I haven't really talked to the players on what their strategies are in this case, but I do know that for round one here, because we are doing a 2 out of 3. Round one, they are starting as Commonwealth of Man, both of them, and Commonwealth of TEO. That's funny as shit. That's great. And then Blef named himself Bleflar. Okay. All right, so let's say good luck, have fun. Please don't unpause. I will do so. Okay, cool. So we got a pretty interesting map here. We went with a tiny map with elliptical. We have no AIs. We have no carabiners. There's not going to be a mid-game or late-game crisis. Essentially, there will be no random RNG outside of Galaxy generation itself in order to get the best competitive game that we possibly can. Now, not Blef, I'm so sorry. Bias,
Yes.
would you like to focus on TEO or would you like to focus on Bleflar? Because I figure if both of us are watching one player and commentating on what's happening, we won't miss anything.
I will happily take over for Blef. I actually did get to talk with him at length before this game about his strategy.
Oh, what's the game plan?
So it's funny, if you notice, both of them are about equidistance from the center of the map. So if you Blef noticed this as he was doing it, but dispersed players usually on elliptical puts you at about the same ring. So like you're either going to be all the way on the outside or all the way on the inside. And if you know where you are, you dramatically cut down on the 1v1 trying to find the other person in the galaxy time by just going and knowing, okay, cool, I don't need to go all the way out to the edge. I don't need to go all the way into the middle. I know where I am. I'm going to look for that and just kind of keep tight towards this center ring. So like where Bleflar is, he's like in the middle between the outside and the inside, and that's about where TEO is as well. So Blef has actually been working on trying to find, I think, a way to strike really early at TEO. Because we were talking at length. I believe Blef is going to try and Zerg rush the fuck out of this. I think we're going to see some really early punches if Blef can find TEO. My guess would be that TEO is probably going to be a little bit more turtley, if I had to guess.
Well, I know that not that I'm an expert on TEO, but from my personal experience of playing with him, I know that TEO tends to favor late game ship strategies. So what I imagine TEO is going to end up doing here is that he's going to try to secure his position and try to delay the fight as much as possible while he tech rushes and then get those battleships that he loves, and then he's going to try to get in there and then just start wrecking stuff. Actually, an interesting observation that I made while I was looking around the map here. So because both players are playing Commonwealth of Man and we don't have any AI empires currently set, we do have one pre-FTL civilization, and that's going to be in the southern part of the galaxy. We got Sol with Sol 3. We got humans.
Oh,
yeah, we got humans at early space age.
Oh, and they're continental.
Yeah, and they're continental. And I think they're equal distance between both Blef and TEO. So
that's really far out of the way, though. I mean, you'd have to go
True. It's gonna be a matter of let's see here. I'm trying to find any wormholes if there are any.
I'm not. I'm seeing this one's connected to that one, so that's useless.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Hithram, yeah, Hithram and Trijam, right next to each other. Oh wait, no, that's a. Oh wait a minute, no, that's not a proper wormhole. That's just like a spawned event. Can
Oh, that's what. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So if Blef is to take, if Blef is to take Canum, he could then go down to Saja. Yeah, Sajaja, which will get him closer to Soul. All right, both players are ready.
Okay, but here's the thing. Blef just spawned 6 jumps from Wenkwert
Oh, that'll be a decisive
over
factor.
at about 12 o'clock midway. There's Wentworth just right there. Oh,
All right,
that's
we
gonna be
are
huge.
unpaused. Both players are getting to it.
Let's see.
So yeah, so okay, let's talk. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that positional advantages right now. Let's see. Blef is incredibly close to an L gate. I don't know if Expendable has that privilege. I do know that Expendable is close to Amor Alveo, and if he can get his hands on that pretty quick, he'll be in a good position. Tiana Vec is also close to him. That's within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jumps.
Ooh, Blef has 3 habitable worlds near him. He has one Continental 23, one Continental 14, and then another Continental 21.
Ooh, wow. Okay. I got
That's
2.
some RNG.
Let's see. Now, actually, as a matter of fact, TEO is sitting really good. He's got his 2 guaranteeable habitables. Both are size 16, and then he's got 1 additional continental world at a size 16. While he doesn't have the size advantage, he does have the planet advantage, I think.
I agree. I'm seeing a much less overall defensible position from, I mean, if Blef actually wants to expand somewhat, which I don't know that he's going to want to, I'm not seeing a whole bunch of natural choke points, but TEO has that whole section on lock with 1, 2, 3, with honestly 3 or 2 different entry routes, because if you look at Nocom, that's going to be the only way that Blef is probably going to be coming around
Let me find that
into
Canum.
TEO's place.
Yeah, true. Now, I mean, this is assuming that we don't get access to jump drives or anything like that.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be go that late.
A lot, yeah, and actually, as a matter of fact, you're not alone in that either, because Blef and TEO both seem to think that they got this in the bag and they can end this pretty quick. So I imagine we're gonna have an. Imagine we're gonna have an.
I don't know.
I think it's really going to depend on what happens in the in between, because they have to deal with the RNG, they have to deal with events and stuff like that. There's very possible that they might get an event that's going to screw them. Let's see, I'm looking at Strike Force Titan. Wow, okay. TEO seems to be moving his 3 Corvettes. Yeah, he's doing some exploration right now. TEO is out in Aculum at the moment, south of his starting system. He actually could have gone north to hit Tiana Vec, but he didn't, I don't think. Can I click on his... I remember being able to see their perspective at some point, but I don't know.
Yeah. If you go over to so you see your government tab.
Hold control. Right? Yeah, hold control. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay, so as a matter of fact, he actually could have gone north to find Tiana Vec early, but he did not. So it might be a bit before he does find that.
Well, Blef has found all 3 of his worlds, and right now, so I know Blef loves to turn his capital into his resource world. I am a heavy believer in turning your capital into your tech world. You get a lot of buffs for it, and tech is one of those ones. I tend to play for the mid to late game. It's just how I play.
Oh my god.
My home world always becomes my tech world. Blef loves to play for the early game, and so you get a shit ton of bonuses that you get to throw at all of your early game resources.
TEO almost just lost a science vessel to the cultist fleet.
Oh my gosh!
Almost did. He managed to move the science ship into his starbase, because his fleet is out exploring right now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so him losing that science vessel actually would have set him back.
I was gonna say that's 100 alloys early on. That is not cheap.
Absolutely, absolutely. So starting out, it looks like resource-wise, TEO's doing pretty good. Plus 74 in energy credits, plus 31 in minerals, plus 26 in food. His he seems to be struggling with his consumer goods, but struggle is such a light word because he's negative
So,
0 at the moment.
so Squawk, if you can you go over to the policies and check their economic policies real quick for me?
Yeah, let's see if I can. Policies, policies, policies.
It's in the government tab now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Please do forgive any whatchamacallit, errors behind the keyboard as I try to navigate this. So let's see, economic policy.
Yeah.
He's got mixed economy right now.
Mixed. Interesting.
Yeah,
Blef went straight into militarized.
That's a very bluff move. I'm wondering why. It's possible he hasn't gotten around to it yet, but
It's a really early move that is that I know is Blef's perspective, where he's like, you need to pump out alloys, you need to get your stuff going. Consumer goods should be like the last thing on your mind. That can be propped up by selling food, selling minerals. You get everything rolling. Consumer goods are useless.
Cool.
Which I honestly 100% agree with.
Well, he does have TO does have a consumer goods deficit right now, and while I will agree with you on it not being necessarily important, I don't think he's trying to invite any deficits early on. I think he's trying to get a handle on it first before he might be moving. Of course, that's all speculation.
Right.
Trade policy is still wealth creation. He hasn't unlocked anything to change that.
Left just took enmity first. Oh my goodness.
That's interesting.
What? I mean, I suppose that makes sense. You just rival the only other person. You get a crap ton of bonuses, but... Huh.
TO still hasn't found Tiana Vec. He's still working on that. TO's now -1 in consumer goods.
Honestly, Blef is running positive across the board. He's got +6 consumer goods. Where is that coming from? Interesting. Yeah, this man is... He's selling food. He's bought minerals. Hasn't bought... Oh, he's bought 25 alloys so far. He's bought a crap ton of consumer goods. Interesting.
Yeah, and it looks like Blef has found Winkwort.
Oh, let's go. That is going to be huge for him in his minerals. The Gaia world alone, just for the pop growth and the resource output. Woohoo!
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, he does have to get past the... No, he doesn't, because it doesn't... It's not... Yeah, I could have sworn that there was a enemy fleet.
Oh, the Guardian, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it's they're event-based. An event's going to pop up, and it's going to be like, hey, do you want to support our initiative or no? And if he says no, then the fleet will spawn. Let's see. It looks like Blef has discovered some alien. What alien is this? How do I... Yeah, there we go. Blef has come across... Not Blef, so sorry. Tiana, okay, no. What is that? It's come across something. The ghost ship? What's the ghost ship?
Oh, that's an event.
Yeah, he came across that and he got a first contact situation from it. Can you talk a little bit about Ghost Ship? Because I'm not familiar with it.
Ghost Ship is just it's one of those mini events. Honestly, I can't remember like the end of it, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the science. Like you just get a whole bunch of science output. Maybe there's something like an event where you just I cannot for the life of me remember. Oh wow, expendable. Yeah, he's definitely turtling because he went prosperity first.
Did he? Yeah, he sure did. Well, it's a smart move. He's having some significant struggles with these consumer goods right now. He's -7 at the moment.
Where are they all going? That's what
it's pops. Well, actually, some jobs too. Let's see what he's building on his planet.
Oh, he built a monument. That's why.
But that's smart though. That's really smart.
Yeah. Governing ethics, attraction, happiness produces unity. Yeah, he's definitely turtling. Blef is 100% going for the rush. That's interesting. So the thing that I noticed between both of their militaries is that they both took the they both took the commander as their leader. So in the actual editor, you can't I don't think it was disallowed, but you get a hostility leader, which as a counselor gives weapons damage +7, and it also gives army damage +15. But they both have it. But TEO has Eye for Talent, which is a +5 to experience gain for all leaders, whereas Blefstill just went straight into damage. He says another weapons damage and sublight speed trait.
I wonder.
And Blef's Unity is really struggling here.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. I wonder if TO is going to be going for a leader build.
Oh.
I mean, because if we're going for Eye for Talent, I mean, there's a possibility for it.
It'll certainly help him. Although it's interesting watching Blef, because Blef, I mean, I know the memes of, I mean, on CERPO there's the meme of Blef never researches, he hates technology. You hit him with Corvettes and that's all you do. Which, I mean, Expendable and he joked actually, because Expendable was talking about how he's going to get his cruisers and battleships and he's going to destroy Blef's swarm. And then Blef responded basically with, yeah, but then I'll just send more.
Right. Blef being the ever so trolling individual that he is.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think this is actually a really interesting stylistic matchup, because we're looking at a classic fleet and being versus the swarm rush.
Yep.
So I guess it depends. What are the ship builds like right now? Let's take a look.
Oh, yeah. I know Blef. Okay, so Blef and I actually discussed this at length because, especially for early game, you are so limited in your actual ability. The Blefinator. Oh my gosh. He called it the Blefinator.
Called what? Called
And
what?
the Blef technique reversal.
The ship.
He named his ship the Blefinator and the Blef technique reversal.
Okay. Looking at TO's Corvettes here, he hard to say that he's really messed with it too much. It looks like he's still running lasers at the moment.
Oh, only lasers?
Small red lasers. Yeah.
Interesting. So Blef has two different builds here, and this is pretty. This is what we. So talking with him a couple of months ago, even just for this new patch with the new fleet meta, we kind of decided on, especially early on, you cannot go wrong with classic mass drivers and lasers. I know missiles are a huge thing right now. I know disruptors are a huge thing, but they can get countered. They can get, they're just different ways. And so the middle ground between everything is just the normal mass drivers, anti-shield, and the lasers, anti-hull. And you just put PD or flak on two different designs, and then you run both. And then you are safe from 90% of builds minus disruptors, and even then you can still put up a fight. You won't win, but you will definitely put up a fight.
Oh, I didn't even notice this before. TO spawned next to Trappist.
What?
Yeah, he got Trappist. Yeah, it was within two jumps of his capital. He just spent some alloys on something. Has to be ships. Doing an economic check here. It looks as if Blef has less available resources, with a standing monthly game of +9 in his energy credits, +7 in his food, actually I think that's pretty much the low parts. With
he's got +28 alloys right now at year 5. He's already stocking up 500.
That's good. That's good. Tio's got +25 alloys. However, his energy and his minerals are quite nice. +53, +22, and then +22. He'll probably have to start tapping into additional resources here pretty soon. But it'll all depend on, once again, it'll all depend on what spawns next to him.
Oh, 100%.
Looks like TO has found Vlur, our favorite little enigmatic ball of energy running around.
All right. So before we get too deep into this, I wanted to ask you because
Oh,
I have my own thoughts, but Squawk, going into this, I know that we who have known both players for quite a while may have our favorites for who is going to win. But I'm curious as to yours because I know that you've played at length with Blef before, but you've also recently been playing quite a bit with Expendable. So I'm curious to hear who your favorite is going into this match and why.
this match is actually pretty interesting because when we're talking about these two players specifically, we are talking about probably some of the most stoic players that we have in this game, at least in this server. These two, they don't crack. You can't really, you can't bluff them out of a position. You can't taunt them out of a position. Blef has a natural inclination to make everything into a joke. So he's so light-footed with everything that he can really just nothing really matters. He's going to stick with his game plan.
Yep.
Now with Expendable doesn't crack. However, I think it's going to take him some time to get where he needs to be, and I think that's the big factor here. How much time does TEO have in order to build up what he's got to do? I think personally, if the game runs on too long, it's going to start tilting into TEO's favor. But maybe within the first 25, 50 years, I think Bleflar's got a shot.
And so, if you had to pick,
I would pick
who...
TEO personally. I'm gonna go with TEO.
TEO,
On this
all right,
one.
all
I
right.
mean, to say that. I mean, also to say that this is a hard question to answer. I mean, because both.
100%. Yeah.
Both
I
of
realize
these players.
we're working with 51-49 here percentages when we're favoring somebody.
Right. Both. I mean, because both of these players. I mean, I'd put on the same tier of skill here.
Yeah.
But speaking of skill, we're gonna go ahead and address the fact that Bleflar has a 500 fleet power advantage against TEO right now.
Yep.
Let's see here. Oh, that's actually really nice. Okay. Now, Expendable has quite the amount of naval cap that he can build up on right now. He's got at least 4 additional naval cap from Blef at the moment. Oh, looks like he bounced into a aggressive fleet here. What happened here? Let's take a look. What fleet is that? Did they die? I don't even see the fleet. That's interesting. He bumped into some 680 aggressive fleet in Sejaja, which is the wormhole system. But I don't know what happened. Now that's actually okay. That's actually a big deal. That's actually going to be a critical factor here. If he takes Sejaja, I'm guessing at pronunciation here. If he takes Sejaja, he's going to have a shot to getting into Khanum, which is right next to Blef's capital, within 3 jumps. So if
I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, check that out. Yeah. So I got a funny feeling that these wormholes are going to be very important, and the reason being is if you control Sejaja, you got access to Soul. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 6 jumps. You'll be able to find Soul.
Well, Blef already almost found it. He just went the opposite direction.
Oh, really?
He did.
Oh no! Yeah, he did.
He explored almost all. He was within 1 jump of looking at Soul, and he missed it.
But he is close to finding Sejaja. No, never mind. I lied. He doesn't have the connection for it.
Yeah, I was gonna he literally missed Soul by 1 system. If he had just gone 1 more over, he would have found it.
All right, it looks like TEO's going to be catching up on these on fleet power right now. He's got plus 29 alloys. I mean, it's nothing against Blef right now. Blef's got plus 35 at the moment, and
that's
a heavier stockpile.
If I had to guess too, yeah, TEO's still on mixed economy. So I bet if TEO were to just throw militarized right now, his consumer goods output would definitely be struggling. But I think he'd be at least on par with what Blef has. Blef, I think, and him are equal, but they're just focusing on different things right now. Because TEO is definitely trying to push out tech because, I mean, he's already making 90, and Blef is still down at the basic 56.
Now, one strategy I'm noticing that's different from Blef and TEO here. TEO has activated Fortify the Border. so he can get his star bases up to par quicker.
Interesting.
Yeah, at the cost of some unity, but he's still has more unity than Blef at the moment.
Yeah,
Not by much.
he's making significantly more Unity than. Oh wait, no, hang on. Blef just shot up. He was making 4 Unity before. Now he's making 14. Or did he
Excellent.
build something?
Yeah, it had to be
Yeah, he built an admin office. That makes sense.
an admin office. Interesting.
He did, yeah.
Before the cultural
So
monument.
TEO built the monument, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he built the monument, and then Blef went straight into building just the admin office. Let's see. If I had to go in.
All right, player outliner. Tio's got 4 planets currently.
Yeah, same with Blef. Although Blef is actually ahead on developing his world because each one of them already has an alloy foundry on it, except for the last one, which will have it in 82 seconds. But TEO seems a little bit more behind on actually developing, which is interesting because that's a reversal from what we see for their different game plans here.
Yeah. Well, what I'm noticing here, at the very least here, is that Tio is really taking his time to stretch out, grab the stuff that he wants to grab right now, and then I think after he gets, like I mentioned earlier, after he gets all this stuff, he's gonna just boom. He
Yeah.
did just increase his alloy count. It's not beating Blef's yet, but it looks like he's on the move. Now, I did notice that Blef has a crime problem on his planet.
Does?
He does, as a matter of fact.
Oh, he does. Oh, wait, but so he does this every time, and he taught me this. You always unemploy the enforcer up until about 20-25%, and then you employ it. And even then, he doesn't tend to because he'll just work with it and around it.
Interesting.
But the enforcer is actually one of the most useless jobs early on because you don't have crime on your capital for a while. And there are a lot of things that you can get outside of the job that provide you with crime suppression just naturally. So it's an extra pop where you don't have to worry about necessarily filling it, and you can get something for free without having to worry too much about crime up until it hits a certain point, which is about 25 to 30%, I think.
Wow, okay. Interesting. I actually hadn't even really considered that. Part of the reason why I actually really enjoy commentating this is that, as you mentioned before, we're picking up on a lot of interesting meta strategies here. I mean,
Yeah.
stuff that we know, stuff that we don't know.
Yeah. And I know that it was a joke a while ago that I was Blef's student, but I actually did several sessions of very intensive discussion with him about the game mechanics, and these are the kinds of things that he thinks about. It was fascinating talking to him because he knew, like, just hearing how he talked about game mechanics and whatnot. But I remember distinctly one of the first games that I ever played with him was that K&K1, and he was talking to me about how to beat Itra. And Itra, he was noticing that each one of the planets had 2 pops on it whenever they were colonized. And he's like, yep, I know exactly what tradition they took, because the only way that you get 2 pops at the beginning is if you took expansion. And he was like, those are the things that he notices. And he is willing to go that in depth for any kind of advantage.
That's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
Speaking of advantage, actually, I went through and I looked through TO's planetary features. I only saw one planet here, Trappist Prime, which has the max gas extraction wells feature on it. So he's got one output for gas extraction. I don't know about Blef. Let's take a look.
Blef's got nothing.
No features like that.
Nope.
Okay.
He's got, the only thing that he does have is hostile fauna, which would give a plus 20% to research from jobs. But I discussed this with the Zoomers, Salmon, Mooney, and whatnot. If you go into the actual numbers and you look at that, usually they are not worth it.
Interesting.
Those extra 20% to a specific kind of research brings it up to about equal, maybe a little bit less of what you would get on your capital. So you just put tech world, you just make your capital your tech world if you're not going to think about it, and you get the most bang out of your buck, bar none.
Excellent. That's interesting.
it's also fascinating watching Blef. He has not expanded beyond those 3 different systems at all.
Oh shit,
TEO is
really?
definitely going for a defense in depth, because even just the couple of seconds provided by taking like your fleets having to take out a station in order to move on because they get locked onto something,
Oh
it
my god.
100% matters.
Blef is literally one fucking system away from discovering Soul.
I know. I
He
pointed
went
that out
away.
earlier. I was
And he
so
went away.
upset. He's not going down.
This is a common problem amongst the players right now. They're not finding the decent stuff. Like they're so close, and then they just scoot away somewhere else. That's so intense.
I'm not gonna lie. The more that I'm looking at this, I can see Blef is focusing on trying to find TEO ASAP.
Right.
TEO is not exploring the map nearly as much as Blef is right now. Blef has over half the map explored.
There's a certain amount of calm that I'm observing with TEO.
Yeah.
That, I mean, it's interesting because TEO seems to be really just playing the game, having a good time. You know, this might as well be single player to him. Whereas Blef's he's locked in. He's in go mode. He's trying to hunt down the enemy right now.
Yep.
Now, one thing that there is actually to mention, Expendable is starting to catch up in fleet power now. We see 10 Corvettes, I think, with a fleet power of 670.
Let's see.
Still has frigates. He's got frigates. Expendable has frigates.
That's interesting that he went with frigates this early on, because the only thing that frigates are really useful for is taking out capital ships.
So it looks like, based on the build here, he's going for a torpedo boat with the frigate, lasers, and then torpedoes, and then the corvettes are going to be lasers.
Huh.
Extra armor on the frigates as well. We'll see how that develops.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What?
Blef just jumped up in fleet power. He's got a significant advantage.
What's
up?
Oh. Okay. Yeah, Blef is sitting on 3K alloys right now.
Oh, wow.
Where are the alloys going for TEO? Because if they're not in his fleet right now, Blef is ready to pump out an army right now.
It looks as if he is expanding he being TEO is expanding his star bases at the moment, because we saw the fortify the borders thing earlier. So
yeah.
He as far as star bases are concerned, Trappist appears to be another shipyard. Not sure what he's going to do with Higma yet. That one's pretty empty at the moment. And then looks like TEO found something over here in Nakam, an alloy system that'll probably help him out here in a moment.
I had to guess. I mean, I know I've talked to Expendable and discussed this with him, but he really does believe in fortress systems.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there's not really. I think the interesting thing about TEO is that he's defensive minded. Like you mentioned before, he wants a tank, he wants a turtle and stuff like that. But he's not so much defensive in that, like, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna let you come to me and stuff like that.
We have contact in Farum.
Farum.
PHARRIM.
Say that. Spell again.
PHARRIM.
Got it. On the way.
So it's a science ship meets it's a science ship from Blef that has now met TEO's combat corvettes. They're both looking at each other.
That's not good. TEO has exploded in fleet power. He's now at 1.1k.
Yeah, but Blef is now sitting on 3.5k. Like, oh.
It seems that TEO is actively spending his resources as much as he can as soon as he gets them in order to get.
Well, okay, I know that both of them look at. So if you meet somebody, you can look at their score, and you can hide your score by just building or hoarding a crap ton of alloys. So if TEO were to look at Blef's score right now, it would look a lot lower than what it would quote unquote should be, because his fleet power is technically lower. But I mean, Blef can easily do the delay tactic of let's see if the fleet Shipbuilder. No, shipyards are still quiet, and he only still has the one, which is interesting.
Let's see. Looks like TEO's fallen back from Ferrum, heading back to his systems down south. What's Bleth doing?
Left, I think.
Seems to just be surveying the area up
Yeah.
north. Looks he found
not-
Winkwort, so he should be colonizing that pretty soon.
Although he's gotta go and get out of those 3 systems if he's gonna go for Winkward.
Yeah,
It
true,
doesn't seem to be in the cards for him because he is not moved from those 3 systems at all.
Well, I mean, you mentioned the resource hoard. I mean, he could easily spend all of his influence just getting Winkwort by itself.
Yeah.
If he wanted to. I don't really know what the play is here. Because expanding out there is definitely going to be a defensive concern for Blef. It's not very defensive. I mean, rebellious. If you take rebellious, rather, you can defend that whole sector pretty easily. Yeah, so let's start identifying some key systems here that are going to be important for Blef. He should probably grab Euchromia, which is up north, Robalius, and Hib. 2 H's next to each other? Are you fucking kidding me? Haben? If I ping, can you see it?
No, give me 2 seconds. I think there's like an enable ping. See?
Is there?
I think maybe. Empire mode.
Well, at least for the recording, I'll go ahead and just... Alright, so Blef should probably take this system, and Haben right down here for the north. As for down south, if he wants to take Seoul, he's going to have to really reconsider his whole plan here.
Yeah.
But at the very minimum, he should just grab Beta Hydri and just buff it up.
Beta Hydri. I mean, he has a science ship surveying Winkwort right now. I think that might be something that he decides to go for.
Is he working on the anomaly?
And his science ship is heading down towards where Expendable is.
Sure is. Yeah, he kept pressing. And they're still in first contact, right?
Yep.
So he could shoot it.
Yeah, Blef is currently working on doing it. I mean, for him, his goal right now is to get to find Expendable because he took Enmity, and I think he only took it because there's this one tradition where it just gives you a flat plus 15% damage modifier against your rival, and then he immediately moved on to Supremacy. So if I had to guess, Blef is going to go for rivaling TEO early on, and then just going straight into Supremacy and just trying to overwhelm him early.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's definitely going to stack well with the skirmisher leader trait that Blef snatched up as well. Adding that together, how much of a buff is that? Ship weapons damage plus 2%. The sublight speed's probably the most helpful one here. So I don't think TEO can catch up with him right now.
Oh, Blef's fleet power just shot up again. He's now at 1.2. And he's still sitting on 4K. Dang.
TEO's at 1.5 with 200 alloys in the bank.
And Blef also now has double the fleet capacity that TEO does.
Blef is going to have to make some decisions on what he's... Oh, never mind. He made that decision. Looks like he's addressing his consumer goods.
Yep. Let's see. So he's currently bought 1.3k consumer goods, and if I had to guess, that is being funded by his alloy. No, he's not selling any alloys. Interesting. So what is he selling? He's not selling anything. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's check the markets. I haven't done that yet.
The man is if you just click on the icon up at the top for what you want to see.
There we go.
There you go.
Let's see here. Yeah, both of them have chosen not to sell anything early on. Blef is buying. That's how he's addressing it. Blef is buying consumer goods right now and at a deficit. Blef's economy not looking too sharp right now.
So I know it doesn't look too sharp. I know he actually does tend to run entire GCs like this. Blef loves the red because the way that he phrased it is that if you're not pushing red, you're not growing as fast as you could be because you're either
Exactly.
not making enough alloys or you're not making enough minerals. He said those are the only two that you really need to be positive in.
Exactly. Exactly. Looks like Expendable has the pop advantage with 2 extra pops at the moment.
Interesting. I wonder how he got that.
That's a good question. Yeah, both of them have prosperous unification, so it's not
Yeah.
nothing like that. I wonder if he just has a faster growth speed. 1.82 on his capital.
5. Each one of those is about 4.5.
They both have the same growth speed.
0.8.
The
Oh,
same.
he has an extra world. That's why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Blef has 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So he just has an extra world. That's why.
All right, and it looks like TEO has found a scavenger bot next to him in the system of Navi, which if he can get a grasp on that pretty quick, he'll get a pretty good buff. I mean, you got to build pretty quick.
Yeah. The other thing that I'm noticing is that TEO has the defender's advantage. So Blef and I talked about this, but if you are attacking, any ships that you lose or any ships that you have to reinforce are going to take time to get from your shipyards to their ship or to the front line. Whereas if you are defending, everything is right there. And so I think TEO definitely has a defender's advantage. I mean, it's year 15. I don't think the tech difference is going to matter terribly.
I think what's going to matter
definitely
is
going to start.
it's the RNG. I think the research RNG is going to be a huge factor here.
Yeah.
Let's see what they already have researched.
So I know TEO TEO has the plus the Serena, the extra armor, the 2 armor. I don't think Blef has honestly researched that much.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, so TEO started off with his first research being frigate, and then his second research being better armor. Society-wise, TEO picked hydroponic farms, and then the monthly unity buff, which is helping him out right now because he's got a flat plus 31.
Damn.
And then he grabbed research speed with research upkeep, and then fusion reactors. Let's see what Bluff did.
Blef went straight for afterburners, which honestly, if you're attacking, yes, go do that. Fleet supremacy, and then the capacity subsidies and energy grid, which I know he loves to run.
It looks as if there's a technological advantage with TEO at the moment, and TEO just grabbed xenolinguistics. He'll have that research in 32 months.
Ooh, he's looking for one of those really good leaders.
Yeah, he's gonna go for what are they called again? A Paragon. Blef's about to
Paragon, yeah.
default on his consumer goods.
Will he? Will he? Will he?
Just did.
He just defaulted. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake.
I don't know if is there any way that TEO could recognize that he did that?
No, not really. The only way that you know that is if somebody. Although Blef really kind of doesn't care about this because it's minus monthly unity and minus research, which honestly right now he is not focusing on at all.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's not.
What on earth? Blef just went all the way over to the north and is now going to colonize Jabeth.
Why did he grab Jabeth? I mean,
The
it's a
Gaia
good
world is right there.
Oh, that's why. That's why he grabbed a continental world that's got plus 20% energy credits.
But the Gaia world is right there.
Where's the Gaia world?
The Wenkward.
I don't know why he hasn't grabbed it yet. That's actually, you should write that down so we can ask him why he did that.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing that people forget is that habitability has a huge impact on the productivity of your worlds. The 80% is in green. Yeah, sure. That's still like a minus 20% to let's see.
Upkeep.
Yeah, upkeep. Minus 10% resource output from jobs minus 10% growth speed, Wenkwort is positives because it's a Gaia world. So not only are you having no negatives, you have positives on top of that. So I mean, I don't understand what Blef is thinking here.
I mean, it's an interesting strategy that he's playing because right now he's expanding out into Wesen. I imagine he's going to grab Dwitham here in a moment. I think he's trying to. I think he's going for a denial strategy here. I think he's trying to prevent TEO from being able to grab anything past that point by just setting out his boundaries and then probably building back towards his capital, maybe?
I don't think that just. I mean, the Gaia world, especially early on, that is such huge dividends where you can just. I don't understand.
Well, and that guy, I mean, it's not only just any Gaia world. I mean, it's fucking Winkwort. I mean,
it's Wenkwort, yeah.
Lush, Winkwort Gardens.
Yeah.
I mean, and that researcher output would help Blef right now a lot.
Yep.
Because Blef's had a pretty...
again,
Blef hates the caution so much that he refuses to take Vancourt.
Oh, hi, Arb. How are you doing? I didn't know you were in here. Hello, everyone. It's Arbuzik. Say hi to Arbuzik.
Hi.
Let's see.
Hello, Arbuzik.
Okay, so he definitely. Let's see. Has he had relations? Yeah. Okay, so he is currently rivaling TEO, which is giving him. So if he's weaker, he gets minus 5% build cost and plus 10% build speed, and then he's also getting researcher upkeep minus, and then lab build speed, and then also worker output if he's weaker. Let me see. Unknown. Okay, so he doesn't know. He's building a spy network. Yeah, go figure.
All right. Expendable is about to grab Xenolinguistics within 1 month.
Yep.
Won't be an immediate buff, but it will be very, very soon. And I think that actually might be enough to really secure the turtle, depending on what leader he gets.
Yeah.
Has he found?
So,
go ahead.
I don't know if you remember. I don't think you were in this game, but there was a game where Emu was trash talking Blef because Blef had spent the entire game, and we were a good 80 to 90 years into the game. Blef had not built any tech at all. He was playing a regressive, anti-tech, tribalistic.
Oh,
like,
I
fish
remember
people.
that.
Yeah, and Emu was talking all the crap. This man was meta as crap. He was just going for it, and he was saying, and of course Blef had only Corvettes, and it was fascinating because Blef sat there and he was like, no, I could beat you. Yeah, go ahead, invade me. And so he did, and he lost with a significant tech advantage. And I know that half of it was build countering. So I wonder, because I mean, TEO is going 100% in for tech rushing right now. I mean, he's got the technological ascendancy perk. He went prosperity. He is, I mean, he's turtling up right now. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 worlds going. I mean, if at any point Blef decides to fumble the early game, it's going to go to TEO, but I don't know.
I mean, if there's a fumble right now, I don't know. I don't know if I don't. It's hard to call it a fumble. Honestly, I'm not really sure. But I think him grabbing supremacy first before finishing enmity and getting the ascension perk might have been a mistake.
Oh.
Might. I mean, because right now Expendable's got the technological ascendancy. He got a huge buff from that, and then he's going to move on to something else, get all the buffs, and he's also got a whole full tree of prosperity at the moment. Whereas Bleflar is now having to deal with higher costs without any of the actual buffs from completing one tree.
But the thing is, the rest of it isn't. So the two that he grabbed are the buffs to your economy based off of what you're weaker in, and then the damage buff. The other ones are winning a war, official capacity per rival, so it wouldn't even give him a leader, and then a diplomatic weight when opposing resolutions. I think he actually made the correct call when not going for the rest of this, because that's more late game stuff, and also counting more players into the mix, because right now he's getting pop growth per rivaling neighbor. He's getting huge buffs to his economy based off if he's weaker, and then damage. I don't think you need anything more than that, because completing it only gives you an extra envoy.
Let's see. Blef, what did I just notice? I swear to God, I just noticed something and I just forgot what it was. Oh, right. Precursors. Blef got the Ute with our dear friend Expendable here. Not Gruner. He got Gruner. So I think Expendable won the precursor game on this one.
Yeah.
If he gets access to that, it's just going to
What
make
is that, like a free Gaia world?
It not only is it a free Gaia world, but it also gives you the ability to turn planets into Gaia worlds with a decision. Any planet whatsoever. Yep. Now let's talk about advantages real quick. Blef has a 2K fleet advantage against TEO right now.
Yep.
However, I mean, I'm gonna keep railing on this. TEO's economy overall is sharp. It's looking looking real good. Blef, his economy is built on some toothpicks right now. I mean, one thing could blow him off and really set him back. His freaking fleet capacity is stupid. He's got to fix that.
Well, the thing with Blef is that no.
I mean, but that's
he's selling alloys in order to keep the entirety of his economy going right now. He's almost sold 1,000 right now. That is about the only thing keeping him from going completely bust.
Okay, so he's flat selling. He's flat selling alloys.
Yeah, he is flat selling alloys. Blef needs to get in there ASAP. Otherwise, TEO's gonna run away with us pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, this sitting on that disadvantage with that. I don't know why he's doing that fleet capacity thing. He's now 21 ships over fleet capacity, which has increased his upkeep by 52%.
Yep, but this is what he does. So I think he's gonna be making his move soon. He is currently pumping out ships. He already has a 3. He's increased it to 3K. Oh my gosh.
My God.
He's increased it to a 3K advantage.
Increased it to a 3K advantage.
Honestly,
TEO's defaulted.
Wait, TEO's defaulted on what?
He defaulted on consumer goods. Not the end of the world, but...
Okay. If it's energy credits, that's bad. If it's alloys, I think that's also the other bad one, because those directly impact the ability for your fleet to fight.
Oh! Expendable just got Gia Zuman.
Ooh.
What are his bonuses?
He's got... I don't know if I can stand by. He's got... army collateral damage decreased. Army morale damage increased. On winning ground combat as attacker, abduct pops as slaves to random colonies by 30%.
He just got the Skirmisher 2. He just picked it.
The Interrogator, he gets intel on Blef anytime he wins ground combat.
Yep.
And
the biggest thing for this is that it's a level 4 commander, which is plus 12% fire rate, and then he also got a Skirmisher 2, which is now plus 5% for damage and plus 15 for sublight speed. Although he's not employing him, which is interesting.
And also, just as a friendly reminder to anyone watching this live, please don't share any of the information that we're talking about with the players. Please don't.
Okay. So there is one thing that TEO has. He has a cruiser.
Yeah,
level 4 everything. It's one cruiser. Holy shit, Blef, 8K?
I think TEO is definitely taking his time until he gets his cruisers and battleships.
He just defaulted on consumer goods.
Let's take a look here.
Blef just defaulted on consumer. That is really bad.
Okay.
Yeah, combat disengage chance minus 10%, weapons damage minus 20%, sublight speed minus 20%. Aye, Blef, buddy.
He got that. He looks like he got that cruiser from an event.
Yeah, Blef. Oh,
Blef's
like,
also falling behind on pops too. He's got.
That's not the main issue. The main issue is that Blef is sitting on a economy that might have collapsed a lot faster than he thought.
Oh no.
Energy credit shortages, consumer goods shortages, like this is
negative 93.
This is not looking good. I'm not gonna lie. This is I'm.
His maintenance for his military is now plus 105.
Yeah, this might have just been like a timing issue, because I know that my guess was that Blef was thinking, all right, I'm gonna build up my fleet, I'm gonna keep my economy on the teetering brink of collapse, take out TEO, and then I will collapse before the game or after the game ends.
Bold strategy, but I don't think it's paying off right now.
I don't think it's and the other thing too is that now his alloys are only worth 2 per every one that he sells.
Yeah, and I don't, because it's not like we're gonna get a market.
Nope.
So this is all internal market.
Yep, this is all internal market. He gets 2 months maybe to see how fast his fleets can. And he's still dealing with the energy shortages, so his fleets are just worse.
Yeah, I mean, so right now, I mean, Blef's got to make something happen right now in order to in order to get an advantage here. TEO, like I said earlier, TEO is going to sit here. He's going to just take his time. He's going to relax. He's going to play the game. He's not going to change. Fleet's incoming. Fleet's incoming.
Fleet is incoming, but again, he's still sitting with that minus 20% damage, which is offset somewhat by his enmity, but I mean, now he's working with a flat 0.
TEO has now started building up his defensive positions. Looks like he's
incoming.
Stand by. Blef's war's been declared. Let's go. All right, we're about to jump in. Boom. Okay, we're following Blef's perspective. Now, okay, yeah, TEO's going to park behind his starbase, which is very smart.
Yep. Blef is almost
all right,
done with
battle's
the
in.
Okay.
We're here.
This is not looking good. Yeah, there's too much on Blef. Yeah, that fleet's going to disengage. Blef's got this easy. But again, ticking time bomb of his own economy. Yeah, Blef's got this easy.
Okay, so what are TEO's options right now? He's got to invest everything he can in the alloys, get everything built up. He's got a couple of speed bumps, not too many. It looks like Blef got a jump on him before he could get his starbase defenses up, and that really kind of affected him.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Blef's economy at the moment.
It's duct tape, spit, grit. That is about the only thing holding together Blef's economy right now.
Okay, so if I'm TEO, what would I do in this situation?
You just need to stall, because you need to get your fleets back. Although he doesn't have any alloys saved up.
Yeah, he's been investing all those alloys as soon as he's gotten them, and
yeah,
he does have a significant amount of shipyards, 3 at least. I don't know how many Blef's got, but
you need the resources in order to put ships out. Like, I mean, the way that I could see this going is that Blef, yes, has the advantage as of right now, but I mean, his economy is so fucking close to just breaking at any point that all TEO really needs to do is get occupied, take some punches, sit there. It's the Muhammad Ali. Put yourself up against the ropes, rope-a-dope.
Rope-a-dope. You're gonna rope-a-dope. Holy shit.
Yep.
Yeah, Blef's about to default on his energy credits with a negative 112.
Yep. And he's not. He needs to move.
All right. Yeah, fleets have respawned for TEO. TEO is moving the Trappist as fast as he can. He should be able to make it. I don't think
he'll win though, because if he has an added anything to his fleet. It's still repairing.
Ah, but you
Like,
see,
Blef is full.
go check
Blef is-
Trappist. He's built an additional 1,000.
But that's 1,000 against 8K.
I mean, absolutely. But whenever he, I mean, like you've mentioned before, this economy situation.
Yeah.
But I mean, Expendable's doing the best he can with what he has
Absolutely.
right now, and it's definitely the smart choice. I think it's not the end of the world for TEO. It's not looking good,
No.
but it's not the end of the world. Where did his fleet?
So part of TEO's situation right now is that defender's advantage. He is playing in his own backyard.
Oh, that's
Anything
so
that
smart.
Bluff loses, he has to go all the way back and then rush it to the front.
Did you see what Blef did? He just bypassed all those defenses in Trappist. He's going north to Walla Moria, and then he's going to head down to Abdrade and then hit the capital.
Oh,
that was incredibly smart of Blef.
And he bypassed the station, so you can do this. This is a really weird thing that you can do. But if you walk your fleets on the outskirts, they don't aggro the and that's the capital station gone.
Yep.
All he has to do now is just sit over his capital and bomb it until he surrenders. Oh no! Oh, Blef now has 23% stability on one of his worlds. He has a revolt back home with no consumer goods. The man is sitting on an absolute just house of cards back at home. Why is he? Wait, what? Why is he not? Why did he go and bomb the capital? Go bomb the capital.
I think he wants to do. I mean, because Expendable's got a planetary advantage at the moment. So what I think he's trying to do is Expendable has additional resources coming in. Actually, no, they're all from his capital right now. All he had to do was take the capital.
Go bomb the capital. Especially, I mean, we're 20 to 25 years in. Like,
is he trying to shut?
Yeah, the other planets are going to be colonized, but
I think he's trying to shut
80% of your population is going to be on your capital.
Yeah, I think he's trying to shut down just basic resource denial, take everything up, and then invade everything. I don't think that's necessary, personally.
Expendable, don't build armies. That just makes it worse. Oh, now the fleets? Where did the fleet go?
Higma. Fleets are out in Higma. Currently, Expendable is maneuvering himself out of his empire. He's heading out to Monmouth.
I mean, at this point, Blef, just go bomb planets, buddy. You need to find a way to end this quick. Blef, buddy, what are you doing? Blef, buddy, what are you doing?
High risk, high reward.
What were the win conditions that we put down?
Win. Basically, I mean, I imagine if somebody says GG, that's it. But essentially you just gotta take every planet, right? I mean,
elliptical. I'm going through the chat right now and just seeing if I can find, because I remember them talking about this, I think.
that's pretty intense. I can't believe that Blef did this whole 6-system build. I'm still trying to look at it like, what the hell am I looking at?
Oh.
Wait a minute. Is he not? No, he doesn't have wormhole exploration.
Okay.
What are you saying? Okay.
Okay, so for win conditions, they talked about. So I'm going through the planning chat that we had for this, and it was. I feel like when either all of someone's planets and space are occupied, or when someone surrenders, and how about either all planets occupied or all systems occupied and no more military ships. That's what Blef is going for right now. He's going for full occupation, and he's going to go for trying to take out his ships.
So if TEO keeps running his ships, He
And
theoretically.
yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, at that
is
point,
fine.
you're playing the hey, please don't bomb my capital. Just wait for my ships.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, Tio's just it's not a good position for him. But if he can wait this out longer, he might have a shot. He's got negative 64 food, and that's just not helping him.
No, but I mean, he has plenty of alloys that he can sell. He still has positive energy credits. The
Blef
guy,
has killed his alloy
yeah.
stockpile rather.
But I mean, all he has to do is just go bomb just go bomb the capital. Just go bomb the capital. That's all you have to do. Occupy the capital, and then you are good to go.
That's another question we'll have to ask him. You know, why? What's this? What was the strategy here? Why were you doing this? Because I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Where Teo's fleet is there.
Wow, TEO actually occupied these low habitability worlds.
Yeah, so the thing that you can do with those, this is something that I tend to do, which Blef does not. He doesn't like it. You can use those as pop farms. So what you do is you occupy them, and then obviously they will grow at a really, really, really reduced rate, and the pop amenities and whatnot, but you don't build anything on them. It is just a world where pop growth all gets resettled onto other worlds, and it's like you have an extra world, but none of the costs associated with building anything on it. So it just becomes a pop farm.
Right. Okay. Euron has become Expendable's new shipyard. It's not
Did he
occupied.
move his capital?
No, I don't think so.
No, okay.
I don't. Where's Blef's ships right now?
That's a good question, actually. Oh, wait, hold on. Teo just went into high food shortage. What the hell?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what's going on here. Yeah. So Blef is moving to go attack Euron, which is Teo's last shipyard.
Okay.
It looks like Teo is trying to like press his advantage, get his attention elsewhere in Siagawa. You know, Teo might actually have a shot here because, like,
yeah, absolutely. There is no doubt that Teo has a shot. Like, there is definitely a way to come, which is what we talked about earlier, which is that these players don't crack. Neither one of them are panicking right now.
No,
I guarantee you.
No, they're not. They're not. They're very comfortable at the moment. Very, very comfortable. I mean, because pretty much all Teo doesn't. There's winning because you decisively take the situation and make it yours, and then there's winning because the other person just died out because they couldn't stay out longer. And I think we're seeing an option of number 2 here, mostly because Blef just defaulted on energy again.
He's defaulting on 3 things. Oh, and he's got a planetary revolt.
Shortage of you. Oh my God, Blef, what are you doing? This was so risky.
Blef, buddy.
Where was the planetary revolt? Which planet?
On his capital.
On his capital? Blef?
I think so. Bleftopia.
I got a criminal underworld, but I'm not seeing like a revolt.
Yeah, 13. Oh no. So the planetary revolt on Bleftopia is a situation now. And if it goes too long, then it will turn into a planetary revolt.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So because the stability is so low and has been for a while, and also the shortages, combine all of that to make a very bad situation.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the planetary revolt is being suppressed. It looks like he got someone on it.
Yeah. The other downside is that his energy shortage is really fucking with his weapons damage minus 60%, sublight speed minus 60%.
All right, Expendables taking back his systems. Blef is actually losing fleet power, mostly because of the shortages.
Yeah, it's subtracting out the damage and the sublight speed, which also goes into evasion.
I really thought that was a decent strategy, where he built the shipyard in Euron. His fleet, Bleflar's fleet, moved up to intercept it, to stop it, and he has now been able to recapture all of his stuff down south. Niayamen, Higma, Sigawa, Trappist. He's got all those back, and those are significant shipyards and significant defensive positions. It looks like he's taking position in Higma. It looks like he's building up hangar bays.
Interesting play. again, I don't even so this is the thing that which I also don't understand is that even if you're at a significantly reduced um, damage and sublight speed, fleets parked above a planet do the same orbital damage. Like you just
I did not know that.
Yeah, just go. Now more ships equals more damage, but like you go and you just bomb the planet. You occupy the capital.
Blef's economy is dead.
Yeah.
I do not see how he comes back from that economy.
Oh, yikes.
TEO's not in the best position with his economy, but he's certainly not in a I'm hurting situation like
But
Blef
this is the thing is that it could be so much worse if Blef just bombed the capital.
Right. I mean, absolutely. I'm with you on this.
Occupy it. The capital is the hub of a lot of things. It matters a lot.
It's a situation of the cat kind of batting around the mouse at the moment, and he really should have just killed the mouse.
I feel like he went for like the space occupy rush, which yeah, absolutely, go for it. But now we're kind of getting to the point where TEO's dancing around him. He's got fleets just in random sections, and he's going around it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, at some point, you gotta change tactics. Go bomb the capital.
This is actually smart because what he's making Bleflar do is have so many decisions he has to make, and making him move out of position. Now the Soyon fleet, rather Blef's fleet in Trappist, is on its way, but TEO's been able to catch up a little bit, and with these defensive positions as they are, I don't know if Blef's really in that great of a spot to attack Trappist. I mean Higma rather, especially with his economy as it is.
Yep. So right now Blef is like 12 seconds away from hitting Empire default, which is going to absolutely crush him if he hits it. That energy shortage is just murdering him right now.
Yeah.
Like
Where's he going?
now running negative alloys as well.
Blef's fleets are heading towards somewhere. They're moving away from Higma.
Yeah. This is not looking good. Okay, now he's bombarding worlds.
He's bombarding Trappist.
Which I don't understand.
It's his mineral. He's on the move. Where's he going?
TEO hasn't moved his fleets.
No, I mean he doesn't really need to right now.
He doesn't. No.
I mean, because there's not much that because if TEO goes to attack Trappist, it's gonna cost him more than it's worth.
100%.
At the moment, you know.
Yeah. But then again,
this is all. I mean, this is 100% now in Blef's court. Blef is not in that great of a position. He's got to think about something. His war exhaustion is creeping up very, very high.
Yep.
Rather, that's TEO's. My bad. I read that wrong.
The only thing that I can, well, I mean, now he's occupying planets. Revik has been occupied. Trappist has been occupied. Yeah, now TEO's going back. He's gonna reoccupy his own worlds, reoccupy his planets. I don't understand.
Yeah, Expendable now beats Bleflar out in fleet.
Yep. Well, and two, Bleflar is about 12 seconds from completely defaulting his entire empire, which would be 50% of military ships are disbanded. Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, this is not good. This is not good.
I mean, he's chill. He's definitely. I mean, this is Blef's game plan. I think Blef knows what he's doing. I just don't know if it's gonna work, personally.
Yep.
Well, I think that TEO actually was rather smart in his spread out. You know, spread out, grab everything that you can. So.
Which that defense in depth, yeah.
TEO's fleet's hanging out in front of the space station that he just captured.
Yeah.
He's fully repaired. Looks like Blef's fleets are on the way to Meridian to bombard it.
Hopefully.
No orders from TEO yet.
I mean, yeah, they're on their way to Meridian.
Let's take a look. So TEO grabbed Supremacy and then picked up ship upkeep decreased by 10% and naval capacity increased.
Yeah, Blef's going to default on his Empire. He's about to lose half his fleet. He has nothing to sell. He's got nothing.
Oh my god. I gotta watch this shit.
He's about to lose half his fleet. Then all TEO has to do is just hit him. And then the game at that point is basically won because TEO, all he has to do is take his stuff back, get his economy back on track, and Blef is just so far behind.
Yeah, negative 46. Not negative 46. Plus 46 on tech.
And there's the default.
Bam.
Yep. And there goes half the fleet.
Oh boy. So where are his fleets now? Are they still in Gamma? Yeah, they are.
Yep, they're still in Gamma.
And now the question is whether or not TEO sees this.
I don't doubt it because it's his own system. You have vision of your own systems.
Absolutely. It's
No, it's occupied. No, he wouldn't have vision of this.
And not only that, he's having to put out a lot of fires right now because he's got a food shortage. He's about to go into defaults on his minerals, his energy credits.
We've got two players who are sitting here bloody, bleeding, sleep deprived, and they're
Yeah. This is a slugger. This absolutely is a.
This is.
I think Expendable's going.
Not yet.
He's not moving.
Moving. He's moving. Ah.
He's moving.
Well, hold on. He's moving. He's heading the Revic system.
Moving. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I have to put this firmly in Expendable's favor now. Like, not even close. All Expendable has to do is just go back, take his stuff, beat Blef out of his systems, and then, I mean, Blef just doesn't have the steam in order to compete with
It's
him long
unfortunate
term.
too because Blef had the win. It was in his hands, and then he let it slip
I don't understand
through.
why he didn't bond the capital earlier. That should have been one of the first things he did.
Blef's in full retreat.
Yeah. What's the pop situation looking like?
Advantage of 7 pops towards TEO.
Yeah.
I mean, TEO's developed. Like he's got what he needs in order to take this back now. Now, pending catastrophic misclicks, catastrophic power shortage. I don't fucking know, but it seems as if TEO's gonna come through on this one. Now, Blef's a miracle worker. Blef can pull anything out of his ass. We don't know, but never say never in Stellaris.
I think that Blef, he was going into Expendable with his economy collapsing behind him. I think he mistimed it and went a little too hard into. I think he would have been totally fine with 6K and just could have gone in with maybe like the plus 50%, and he would have lasted 3 times as longer.
Did you see what the war goal was?
What was the war goal?
It's a humiliate war goal.
Huh.
I wonder if that was an accident.
Huh? Well, I know that the win condition wasn't so much the winning the war. It was full occupation.
Fair enough.
It was just winning the war. It was winning the war. I don't think it matters what kind. Excuse me.
The war does seem fitting for this. It's who's proving who's better.
That's so true. Oh wait, Squawk! I just realized something. Do you have me on any kind of speaker?
Yeah, I can. You can be heard. You're okay.
No, I know, but for your stream, I think it's only going to capture you talking.
No. I checked. Trust me, I can hear you.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
I don't know when that happened, but apparently I turned on my
Also,
exercise.
doesn't Blef get bonuses in humiliation wars due to enmity?
Yes,
Or
but that's only if he wins it, and he also didn't take that. Yeah, he only took 2 of enmity, which is the damage to rivals and also the match. So.
And if we do remember, Blef does have a sublight speed buff right now because of his current leader. So I don't know if they're going to even be able, them being TEO, is going to be able to catch up to them, especially with all these star bases he has to recapture.
But he doesn't need to. He doesn't need. He just needs to get his economy back online, and then he wins the long game.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, TEO's economy is not that bad right now.
Nope. Well, I mean, he had the building blocks there. Blef was running on methamphetamine and a hope and a dream.
The World War II Germany build.
Pretty much. I mean,
No, but
he-
Blef's economy seems to be picking back up. It's not terrible right now.
So what happens when you default is that it turns off a whole bunch of stuff, and so you do end up with a surplus. But it in order to get your economy back to where it was, you have to start turning things back on.
I see. All right. Looks like TEO is reinvading his planets. I wonder if he gets pops from that, from reinvading his own planets. Nope, doesn't look like it. I'm gonna tell them not to enforce war exhaustion.
I don't think they need to.
Sorry, that's all caps.
Yeah. The fight must go on.
I mean, essentially, I mean, nobody wants to see this end because of mechanics.
Yeah.
TEO is
Thank you
white
very
across the board.
Yeah. Blef is still struggling to recuperate. How long does the modifier last? In 7 years. Oh. Ship's weapons damage minus 25% for the next 7 years.
Dear Lord.
I just think it was a matter of timing. I think if Blef went in a year or two earlier with maybe 2/3 of what he had, he would have easily wiped the floor with Expendable and just totally just mopped this up. But I do not blame either of them for how they have reacted thus far. Both of them know that this is a very good player that they're playing. So no underestimating anybody at this point.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think this is just a situation of blunders right now.
Yeah.
And I think the only blunder that really occurred was Blef just not focusing on that capital.
Yep.
Which I don't think he's going to make that same mistake again.
No. It'll be interesting to see in the next game how Blef reacts to this, because if I know Blef, he's just going to double down on the same plan again. I don't see him as a turtler at all. I think Expendable might be a little bit more flexible. Expendable might change up his game plan. I don't see him doing that, but I think he could. Blef, I don't see changing up his game plan at all.
And TEO's definitely an adaptable player too. He's not someone that really sticks to one static plan and just beelines it. You know, he looks at the situation, he adapts, and he just moves on from there. Analyze and interpret. That's his big thing.
Yep. And I will give credit to Blef. The dude absolutely wiped the floor with TEO. Just murdered the fuck out of him. Like, that was 100% Blef's game to lose. I think that this shows that both are... I mean, I honestly know, I think this game is going to TEO, but I think that this was a matter of a 1% difference, where if Blef had just gone in a couple of years earlier, game over, not even close. And it wouldn't have been even close. Like, Blef hardly lost any Corvettes in the fights. There was nothing to stop him. The only thing that was holding him back was the fact that his own economy was just falling apart behind him. That was Blef has been the downfall of Blef. There's been nothing that TEO has done that has stopped Blef at this point.
Yeah, I mean, more or less. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, you know, there's multiple types of wins here. One of them is like outplaying your opponent, and the other one is letting your opponent kill themselves.
Yep.
And I think we're seeing a little bit of the latter here.
Yep. Which, props to Blef If anybody was gonna beat Blef, it was gonna be Blef.
Now, I mean, to give credit where it is due. I do think that this is still a significant advantage for TEO. I mean, he
Yes.
definitely still gets to claim a lot of
Yes.
victory here. His decisive capability to act in crisis situations like that is bar none. I mean, that's the clutch, the stoicism. I mean, that's where it comes in. He had strategies. He employed them until it worked in his favor.
Yep. And the defense in depth that we talked about early on, which he was so clearly employing, just came in such, because Blef had to chew through so many stations, which costs time.
Absolutely.
It costs time, which is so valuable when your opponent is sitting there on a absolute house of cards of an economy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not just time too. You're looking at repair costs. You're looking at reinforcement costs. Those reinforcements don't end up showing up for about a year or so.
Yep.
So you're looking at just constantly having to get chipped, attritioned throughout this whole process, which was genius. I thought it was absolutely smart of TO.
Yep.
If it were me, I probably would have just said GG a while back. But no, he took it. He took to it. I like it.
Yeah. Which is the other thing. So this is something that I think a lot of players don't.
Oh, Bleflar took
realize.
Winkwort.
Finally! Oh my gosh! Finally! Finally! Ugh. Should have been done so long ago. Which I think is. I think I understand what Blef was doing. He is 100% committing to his rush. The dude was just like, nope, nothing. Like anything that was not needed for the rush, I'm not doing, including a Gaia world, because I think that is more. I am a more mid to late game player, so I see that kind of thing and I immediately just go, okay, cool. I'm gonna start doing this. This will be a good backup in case my offense doesn't work. Blef doesn't work like that.
Blef, I kind of always picked up on the, it either works or it doesn't. There is definitely a strap on your helmet, get on the rocket, and hope it hits the spot, right?
Yep.
Now, okay, if you're Blef in this situation, what do you do?
Honestly, if so this is the you're asking someone who is objectively not as good as these players what I would do in this situation. Honestly, if it was me, I would say GG, because if you're an early game rush build and you get behind because your early game rush didn't work, it kind of is GG. I mean, at this point, and they don't know this, but you can kind of, oh, Blef just had a rebellion.
Oh.
Yeah, that's GG.
What is this?
Yeah, I don't know what to do, man. This is just kind of a I really wish I could say that Blef has an option here, but he just had his population cut in half.
Yeah, I mean, now earlier he did have some maneuverability. Like, literally, talk about fucking timing. If you're Blef, what do
Yeah,
you do in this situation? Rebellion. But
that's a GG.
Is
okay.
Blef fighting someone?
It's done. We're over, guys.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, round one. Round one goes to Expendable. Okay,
Oh,
let's
they're
get.
having a fight off.
Guys, join VC for debrief.
You got it. Okay, cool.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, congratulations on the win.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't expecting that.
All right. So first,
Blef.
For God, I'm sure. I was definitely. Bluff is definitely one of those players that manages to make me sweat.
yeah. Well, first and foremost, I want to say, awesome. Both of y'all exemplary play. There was plenty to talk about. I absolutely loved watching y'all work. It's like watching a mathematician just go crazy on a blackboard. So none of y'all should be ashamed of what happened here today, because it's y'all did awesome.
Yep.
So let's start off pretty simple. What was the idea for your game plan?
In my defense, Expendable didn't defeat me, I did.
That actually that joke was made. That joke definitely was made.
I knew it. I knew he was gonna bring that up.
So, what would you say was your overall game plan going into this game, TO, and how did you adjust from that game plan?
Well, I was on a back foot most of the game, so I had to improvise.
Did you
What-
expect to
what-
be on the back foot?
I actually expected that, but not that much. Probably should have
Right
expected
on.
more.
Well, because looking in, we kind of saw that you were going for, like, at least from our perspective, we saw a defense in depth strategy here, and you really gave yourself a lot of room to strategically move your fleets around in a way that looked like you could cause Blef a lot of problems, a lot of micromanagement issues. What were you trying
Yep.
to? What were you personally trying to take advantage of during that invasion?
You mean that was a question to Blef or to myself?
That's to you.
Well, I was mostly just trying to survive, have my economy not collapse, and well, I think that I succeeded in that due to the fact that Blef's economy collapsed first. He was not prepared for the total war.
Yeah, I mean,
My total war preparedness was better this time around.
absolutely, yeah. I mean, what we definitely made the statement that Blef strapped himself to a rocket and said, "I'm either going to hit or I'm not." So with that in mind, Blef, obviously you had a game plan.
He it seemed to me like he kind of expected a quick victory, like Hitler invading Russia or something,
Yeah,
and he was not expecting a Stalingrad.
absolutely,
He was not expecting a war of attrition, which happened here.
absolutely. So, Blef, obviously you had a pretty strong game plan. You made very decisive decisions. I gotta ask, what was the decision in grabbing Jabeth before Winkwort? Because we noticed that and we weren't sure what you were thinking. Like, we're not trying to throw shade on you. We just kind of want to see what was going on in your head. And of course, we'll wait for Blef to type things up. But
The suspense is killing me.
Jabeth wasn't colonist for the planet.
I'm sorry.
It was colonist for the system.
Oh.
Oh, okay. You didn't care about the planet itself. You just literally wanted that defensive position, defensive, offensive, whatever. Because yeah, I mean, what is that? Is that
Yeah,
those shipyards in that?
So what was the draw of Jabeth then, just for the system?
it was close to expendable.
Yeah,
enough.
that I mean,
That
it's
works,
it's a shipyard that's close. You can get in there. You can definitely repair it.
So I
What one?
figured if my fleet gets beaten, I can jump back there.
Yeah,
He just
Yeah.
wanted to get up close and personal
Yeah.
with me.
absolutely.
He halved the distance between himself and you, so honestly, yeah, that makes sense actually. I didn't think about that actually. We thought that you were going for planets because Jabeth was the 80%.
Well, I saw the buff. I saw the buff on Jabeth Prime, and I thought you were going for that energy credits buff. And it looked like you were starting to build towards it too.
Yeah, but it was too little too late.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So as you were going through the invasion, what was the plan?
I vastly underestimated the upkeep cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
noticed that as you were going in, you were already hitting a pretty critical period. When you were going into the actual, like when you were fighting, like you beat Expendable the first time, honestly, that was, I no offense to you, Expendable, but that was an overwhelming victory for Blef in terms of just raw fleet fighting.
Absolutely.
But
He liked twice my fleet strength, so that was
yeah,
expected.
no, yeah, it like he was lean, mean, and ready to go. But Blef, when you were invading TEO, what was the goal? Because we noticed that you didn't really stop to occupy planets or bomb his capital at all. Was it just occupy everything as fast as possible, or like what was the game plan as you were invading Expendable?
My My game plan was to occupy every starbase system ASAP,
Yeah,
Okay.
smart.
Okay.
I mean, it's not
and then beat up his fleet,
definitely not a bad choice.
Nope. all.
Unfortunately,
so I can then disband most of my fleet,
Oh, fair
Oh,
enough.
okay, yeah.
and focus on ground invasions.
fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
fair enough.
At what point did you kind of have to pivot? Because we noticed that you started dancing around a little bit. You and TEO were both kind of posturing. That did you have to pivot your game plan at all? Like, what were you thinking at towards the end of the invasion?
I had no time to think.
Fair enough.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Honestly.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I thought this was fantastic. It was an absolute pleasure watching everything. A couple of things.
I was trying to fix a sinking submarine with a duct tape.
True enough. You were one thing that we noticed, Blef, you were one system away from
And
discovering.
I have to sell the duct tape every 2 seconds.
True. You were 1 second away from discovering Sol. Down south, where Kildatha is, if you go to the right, you would have found Sol with pre-FTL humans on it, early space age. That was one thing that we were talking
That's
about.
funny.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure how, because y'all were both playing Commonwealth of Man, so I wasn't sure what was going on with that, but it was a really cool spawn. Yeah, this was a really cool galaxy. I really like how it all played out.
Yeah.
Do y'all this is a question for both of y'all. Going in the next game, do y'all have any plans on readjusting strategies?
Honestly, I don't think that I ever had any strategy in first place.
It was just play well.
It was just improvisation from the very start.
I mean, neither of us can specify.
Fair enough.
We are both as clueless as you are, as to what our plans are.
Well, I mean, I think what was really impressive here in this,
Since it would reveal intel to the other guy.
Fair enough.
fair enough. I mean, as can you at least confirm that you're going to be making some adjustments?
No.
Fair enough.
What did I say?
you don't
What
have-
did I say?
you don't have to
He is
confirm.
not
Well, we will-
changing his game plan at all.
We'll neither confirm nor deny this.
I think, I mean, if I had to be honest, we were talking about this earlier. Both of you guys, as players, you're some of the most stoic players in our little network of players. Y'all have the ability to read the situation, adapt, and move on. I think TEO, I think your knowledge of positioning, of map knowledge, is absolutely incredible, and I think that's what really secured this win for you big time. You were able to really attack strategic. Your attack at Ueron was so smart. I thought that was genius. And you made him move up there to go retake. It was fantastic.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah. So I think I think we're pretty much done here. Did anyone have anything for the group before we all head out?
Would you be able to post the link to your Twitch so that way we could give them the link so they could watch the VOD?
Well, so we didn't actually get it on. We didn't actually stream it on Twitch. I managed to download OBS. I got a flat hard recording.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna talk to either Salmon or Gersh about uploading the video because it's what is it, like an hour long now, something like that.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hour and 30 minutes. So they have channels that can upload videos that long. So I'm gonna probably just talk to them about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go
So,
from there.
Right now the score is Bleflar 0, Expendable 0, Rebels 1.
that's
Nah, that's not how that works.
that's a
buddy.
way of putting it, but unfortunately we're giving the win to TEO.
Yep, that is. So as of right now, TEO 1.
Yeah, since your home front.
Rebels will get the prize money.
No, I think your home front collapsed, so I cannot attack and kill you both.
So
You and your rebels. So.
next
They
round.
deserve the $100.
Next round, this round everyone played Commonwealth of Man. Next round, both players are going to be playing United Nations, the United Nations of Earth.
Yep.
Should we go into round 3, we'll be going into a sudden death kind of build. I don't want to reveal anything too deep in detail yet, but next round we need to plan, figure out when it's going to happen. I'll keep everyone updated as we talk, but I think we're pretty much done here. So I want to thank everyone for coming out. I had a lot of fun. I hope y'all did too. Hopefully y'all learned something, because I actually learned a lot watching this and all that good stuff. So
I learned nothing.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
no, you're not going to learn
I knew
anything.
you wouldn't. I knew you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would like to metaphorically
I
shake
will
your hand.
repeat this exact same thing next time.
All right, everyone. Thank y'all very much. I got to get back to my family. I'm going to go ahead and head on out of here.
Thank you for co-hosting.
Good game,
Squawk.
Expendable.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank you
for
for
playing.
commentating. You're an excellent commentator, man.
GG.
Thank you. Very much enjoyed it, and I'm happy to do it again. This is going to be... I am so looking forward to Game 2.
Awesome. Game 2 is going to be great. All right, everyone have a good day.